Give it up for the very funny Hillary R. Heath, everyone!
Hey, you guys. Hi. My name is Hillary R. Heath. I did recently have to slip that little R in there because if you Google Hillary Heath, there's actually a ton of us, right? I was also surprised. But it turns out there's actually a couple of professional actors, one professional soccer player, and one murder victim. So, very close to becoming one of those things. I don't run fast and I spend a lot of time in bars, so I don't want my obituary mixed up with anybody else's. I love this time of year, but it does make me really anxious for pool season. Anybody else? Yeah, you're ready for pool season, hell yeah. I wish my friends were richer so that they could have backyard pools, but we're still hanging out in apartments. So I do have to rely on my mom's friends. So every year, around this time of year, my mom's friend Paula just expects it. I call her up, I'm like, hey, how are you? She's like, just come to the pool, all right? And I took the tarp off last week, you're fine. Just bring some wine coolers. And I'm like, I think we call them White Claws now, but I'll see if I can find a foreskin of BJ's for you. So I went over there last year. I was enjoying my time. We were sipping on our wine coolers. I did find some. Tastes like Kool-Aid. Brought me back to my youth. We're sitting there, we're floating, we're having a great afternoon. And her neighbor, who also has a backyard pool, comes out to her yard and she starts setting up this like elaborate sound system. I'm like, cool, I love a DJ at an afternoon event. Amazing. What is the first song on her playlist gonna be? And she rolls right out of the gate with Strawberry Wine. Yeah, we all know that famous song about fucking a farmer. We're all familiar, cool. And I was like, what do we follow up Deanna Carter's greatest hit with? And it turns out nothing. She just wanted to scream cry the lyrics to Strawberry Wine into her White Claw. The pandemic's been hard on all of us. But she did inspire me to go to therapy. I started going to therapy last year. Thank you. By that I do mean I've gotten very good at making a margarita at home. Yeah, thank you. I do this for a living. I cannot afford a therapist, but I can afford a handle of Espolon. So my therapist just sits on a shelf judging every move I make. Much like a real therapist, I assume. But the other night we were deep in session. We're gonna get into the bottom of some things. And the topic of my first middle school dance came up. Do we all remember middle school dances? Yeah, if you don't, I'll refresh your memory, right? You're in the cafeteria. Half of the lights are still on. All the tables are pushed up to the side, and it still has that smell. And I'm there at my middle school dance, and a boy comes up and he asks me to slow dance. And I was like, yes, of course, my first boyfriend. But like about most of you in here tonight, I was raised in a white household, so I was unfamiliar with the music of Prince. So when the song Purple Rain came on, I was not prepared for a 12.5-minute long slow dance. So there I am, this distance apart, just swaying, leaving room for the Holy Spirit, Catholic school, yeah? And I'll let you guys know a secret. This distance, it does not hide a boner. Yeah. 11-year-old Hillary learned some things that day. Hey Ya came on, the boys learned a little something too. Anybody else have tits in 6th grade? Yeah. Our backs hurt now. I did have to go bra shopping recently, and I asked some of my other well-endowed friends, I was like, where do we even go anymore? She's like, Just lean into it, girl. You got a Lane Bryant body. I was like, okay. So I took myself down to my nearest cacique, which is their bustier division. And I put myself through the indignity of the bra fitting, with the lifting and the pinching and the groping, the whole TSA special. And at the end of it, the oldest woman I've ever met says to me, well, what size bra have you been wearing? It's like, oh, just a normal 36 double D. That's cute, you're a 40H. I'm sorry, ma'am. Did you just say 40H? As in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H? I'm an H cup? It's the day that I found out that I have the tits, or the rib cage of a human woman and tits the size of late season watermelons. Yeah, homegrown. Yeah, not organic. I put a lot of garbage in my body. You ladies, have you guys ever had to take your grandma bra shopping? Anybody? I highly recommend it, okay? Next opportunity, you get to see exactly what you're in for, if you know what I mean. And if you guys don't know what kind of bra your grandma wears, I can describe it. It's basically just a loose silk blouse with some elastic around the middle. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to my 70s. I'll just strap these bad girls down. I do have about 60 pounds of tit. It takes a jack stand to hold that up under normal circumstances. My bras are doing the Lord's work. I did find a boob tape that held these bad girls up throughout an entire Catholic wedding. It's a long day, right? Don't worry, I did submit the paperwork. Pope Francis will know of this mystery. It's gonna be a miracle if it's the last thing I do. That brand deserves all the credits. I was setting some goals recently with my therapist. He really encourages me to shoot for the moon. So I decided that I wanted to become a homeowner. Any landowners in the room? Okay, only a few of us. I love being the richest one in the room. Amazing. But I decided to do it, and all my friends were kind of like, this seems like a bad idea. And I was like, I'm going to try it anyway. But I had to take one of those first-time home buyer courses sponsored by the government. And I'll tell you guys, the government is confused about why anyone would be poor for any reason other than irresponsibility. They're just like, oh, you want to own a house? It's cute. Maybe stop spending so much money on clothes. Like, this is from Goodwill. Have you seen the price of eggs? I am paying brunch prices in the grocery store. I am not poor because I'm irresponsible. I am poor because I do not try hard at work. And I don't have a husband. It's the only two ways I see to make money. But I was looking at houses. I looked at 41 houses. Wow, that's a lot of houses, right? It was very discouraging. Put me in therapy a lot. My friends are like, I think you have a therapy problem. I've got it under control, I'm good. But I did start just sort of putting in offers just to see what would happen. And I had to have a long conversation with myself, looked myself right in the mirror and was like, Hillary, what if we end up with a condo in Midtown because you were sad today? We can't afford the taxes in Midtown. We're commute to the city gals. I did end up finding a house though. Thank you so much. You guys can see me though, so you know I'm a millennial, so I will answer the question on all of your minds. Yes, my dad did give me the money. Yeah, he helped a lot. But I don't know if you guys have this law up here in Asheville, but back in Georgia, we have this really old law on the books. It's really weird. It's a man has to be involved in every real estate transaction. At least that is what I told my father. Yeah, he watches Fox News. He's never gonna fact check me. I thought so. I am single though. Unfortunately, my tits and the house do not hide my personality. No one wants to deal with all this. So I have been looking for someone. I'm looking for someone in particular. I really would like a golf buddy for my best friend's husband. I just need a day camp to send him to when I want to get drunk with her on the afternoon, you know, like, go away. Plus, golf is the only acceptable sport. It's the only one I ever want to hear anything about. Losing some of you, I'll bring you back, I promise. We're all going to be golf fans by the end of this night, all right? All right, there's 3 reasons to love golf. The first one, the uniforms. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. I see your face. You're like, football. We've got the tight pants, the nice view from the back. Basketball, the shorts. We get to see it all as they come down the court, right? I will raise you a tailored pant. Okay, you get the view from the back and the front. Andy's already ready for dinner. Hell yeah. Second reason to love golf, dad bods. All right, ladies say they love a dad bod, prove it. Date a golfer, okay? I'll tell you guys a short ditty. There's a famous professional golfer. His name is Bryson DeChambeau. During the pandemic, he was like, I'm gonna use this time. I'm gonna get better at my craft. I'm gonna work out. He put on 20 pounds of muscle. Just looked swole when he came out. He was worse at golf. Any other sport in the world, he'd be at the top of his game. But everybody else was like, hey, bro, pick up a Coors and a hot dog on the turn, all right? You'll do better on the back 9. Need some fuel for your gut. Final reason to love golf, ladies, is the most important one. It is the only sport in the world where men have to be quiet the entire time. Yes, I love it when a man shuts the fuck up. My favorite. We might have realized why I'm single. I think we got to the bottom of that. I have broken a lot of vibrators in the last few years. Just kind of break them in like a cowboy breaks in a stallion. Just ride it till it gives up. I was shopping for a new one the other day, and I found one on Amazon. It had like all the normal things on it, you know, like 18 speeds, 15 percussions, and then at the bottom it just said, easy to clean. And I was like, I'll let you guys know a secret. They're all easy to clean. Toss that puppy in the dishwasher with everything else. You're good to go. But you know, I want to meet the man who was in that marketing meeting, because you know it was a man who was like, you know what bitches love? They love stuff that's easy to clean. Slap that on there. Let's sell some dildos today. I did buy it. I have started using my weighted blanket just to choke me a little bit when I masturbate. Yeah. It's okay to be alone as long as you have a 25-pound blanket to hold you after. I'm not just horny though, I'm also bitter about it. So I've started unfriending everyone who gets in a new relationship on Facebook. Like, do you want a friend or a husband, bitch? Pick. They keep picking him. But I was on there the other day, I was scrolling, looking for people to unfriend, and this old coworker came up. And I was like, who is dating this crazy bitch? Let's look into this Samuel Biggles character, why don't we? It turns out Mr. Biggles is her cat. Means she first had to create an email account for her cat, log out of her own Facebook, sign her cat up for Facebook, request her own friendship, log out of her cat's account, log into her account, accept the friend request from her cat. request a relationship with her cat, log out of her account, log into her cat's account, accept the relationship request from herself, and then post pictures of their anniversaries for the last 6 years. I'm not dating any of my cats. So I think I'm doing pretty okay. Thank you guys so much. Please give it up for your host, James.